We are Dexian, in the business for good.
Can I now invite Ms. Ramya for the next discussion, which is From Vision to Action, Shaping the Future of Innovation.
I am feeling extremely proud and happy to be hosting a set of panelists, our dear leaders. Firstly, it's Mr. Maruf, CEO of Dexian, who drives the strategy and innovation and focuses on delivering cutting-edge technologies and fuels for the growth in global market. Secondly, it's Mr. Kumar Rajagopal, India head, who heads India operations. Thirdly, we have Sumeet Pankaj, Vice President and Head of Global Centralized Recruiting Team. So my question is for Maruf in the first place. So being a CEO, you must have laid your hands on so many global innovations. So what do you think are the key trends for 2025?
So it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you, Ramaya, for the question. For 2025, I believe the three things that I think is going to make a difference in innovation is going to be generative AI and AI. It's going to be global capability centers and human potential. In the AI and generative AI side, I look at that as something that's going to redefine the business landscape. It's not just about a tool. It's actually going to be something that's going to enable organizations to achieve breakthroughs through customer experience, operational efficiency, and also product development. GCCs, on the other hand, are evolving beyond their traditional roles. It's no longer just a back office play. It is about turning India and to a strategic hub of innovation. It's here to harness the business and to make these Indian operations a cutting edge in a global level. And then finally, about maximizing human potential. This is something that is near and dear to me. Businesses must focus beyond the traditional talent acquisition strategy and talent maintenance strategy to unleash the full potential. This means that fostering an environment that fosters continuous learning, that creates an environment where a person can be the best version of themselves and align the aspirations of people to the organization goal. At Dexian, we are a purpose-driven organization focused on unleashing the human potential.
That's a powerful overview, Maruf. AI, GCCs, and agri-tech and human potential are indeed transformative. So, Kumar, how do you think Dexian is translating all these trends into action?
So it's pretty simple. So the way I look at it is, the CEO thinks, others have to execute. And from the US side, when he wanted to have the conceptualized idea, it's no better place than India to execute it fully, because we have the technology, the people, and the scale which enables to execute it much faster and better. So every time when we do any of these cutting edge technologies, it's better to test it out much smaller version of it, and that too is like kind of in a rapid action. And India is a place, and most of the companies have realized the potential that like it can be done much faster and in an agile way, and test it out, and then can be created into a larger environment. So that way, being in India and with a strong workforce of 1,700 people, I'm very happy that the team is potentially growing and investing in all these things. Especially if you really look at it, in fact, that's where one of the stall which is out there on the agri-tech. We have done a tremendous work in agri-tech, especially to the government of Bihar, in creating the data dashboards for them for decision making, and the modernizing the whole agri-tech and the data-driven decision making dashboards, and also working out with some of the central government and others. So the area where we wanted to focus is where it is sustainable in the future, and also providing a lot more meaningful to the society and building the next level of capability. So natural progression is a GCC, and we have been working with various partners to kind of work through what we needed to do that one. So that's the actionable things which is coming out of India.
That's very comprehensive, Kumar. Thank you. Now let's bring Sumit into the conversation. So we were just talking about AI being a pillar. How do you think Dexian is bringing AI to the recruitment phase?
So that's an interesting question, Ramya. Intelligence, as defined by Stephen Hawking, is the ability to adapt to change. Now, while we'll let ourselves absorb that, it is human intelligence that will enable this change and help us adapt to this change. So we are at an inflection point where artificial intelligence could very well disrupt the business that we are into. Talent acquisition, talent management. It definitely enables us to be faster and smarter in what we do. It will eliminate a lot of repetitive tasks that would otherwise need human intervention and a lot of human efforts. It will also raise concerns that the industry is working on. There are things like predictive analysis, behavioral analysis that can hire, at least in theory, better than what a human interviewer can do. But there are legalities around it, and for these things to evolve, it will take a few more years from here. So, like I said, we are at that inflection point where this is definitely going to disrupt our industry. We have to be prepared for that. We are taking various measures to get our workforce ready for the disruption that is coming our way and to positively impact the consequences of what is going to happen from here on, be it AI ethics, be it getting ready for the changes that we could adapt that is going to positively impact our business in a big way. I think it is a very, very interesting time, and we will really have to wait and watch on how things evolve from here. Thank you.
That's incredible. Thank you. So now let's change the topic to something that's very close to India's heart, agriculture. So Maruf, this question is for you. How do you think agri-tech is shaping India's future?
So agri-tech is going to be a transformation force in India. The farmers are the largest working population in India, and we are on the brink of a second green revolution. This is going to be propelled by AI, cutting-edge technologies, IoTs, and what it's going to use is predictive analytics to empower farmers with actionable data that's going to help them understand the weather patterns, optimizing irrigation schedules, pesticide use, and that's going to allow them to get better crop yield, which is overall going to help them make more money. So it's not going to enhance the crop yields, but it's also going to help them understand what the data shows and how they're going to make more productive and data-driven decisions. So it does have the potential to revolutionize the communities and propel the growth of India itself. And at Dexian, we are working with our partners in agri-tech industries and the central government. Our focus has been towards using data analytics tools to provide our farmers with actionable insights. The goal is not just an increased productivity, but also sustainable farming practices that's going to address the social and environmental challenges.
Thank you, Maruf. So Kumar, how do you think Dexian India what is Dexian India doing to bring this into action?
So I think we put it into two parts. Like one, since he touched the agri-tech part of it, like I'll start with that one, but like it's much beyond that one. We do, because like I don't want to confine myself to what we are doing with the agri-tech. Agri-tech is one of the verticals, but like there are many others. Since he touched the agri-tech, I'm taking this one. So the first project we started with the government of Bihar under the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation grant, and it was all about like building the agri-tech platform, providing the policy decision making, providing the insight into 3.8 million farmers, provide insight into 38 districts, and also about like 9,700 panchayats, going all the way into the deep-rooted data-driven exercise, training the local people to an extent that like they can use the place where even the smartphones are not like fully utilized by them, and they are not even aware of how to use the smartphones for data transfer. So we trained them at the local level, field level, collected the data, curated data, take it into the central repository, and then provided the decision-making ability for the Agri Department of Bihar. So that was the first work which we started. So there was a phase 1 and there was a phase 2. And even still, the phase 2 is about to be concluded by February. We keep going further and further into that one. And there's been a lot of requests to increase the features, basically to provide the insight for the government. In fact, one of the application which we built, mobile application which we built, Bihan, has been discussed widely by the government, including the Chief Minister releasing it, and it's been a big name right now in the Department of Agriculture, Bihar. While we were doing that one, so we were mandated to work with one of the partners of BMGF, a project for AIP. So this is more AML based and also language based, where the local insights to the farmers are going into the local languages, providing the real-time informations, and because the farmers may not know typically the English as the main language, so wherever it is, like it goes so deep into that one. So the first, it was for the government. Second, it was for the farmers. We went into that one. And third, we are moving into the next phase of it, which is the Government of India for AgMarkNet, where the pricing decisions are being made by giving insight to the farmers, where the pricing exchanges, how various mechanism works for them, and for the benefit of the farmers to uplift their at least the monetary considerations, economically more viable items. So at the end, any end product should have the economic considerations for the person who is consuming the information and data, both for Government of India as well as at the small and marginal farmers. So all our projects are so correlated to each other, and bring the better things in the environment. And it's aptly, we put the tagline always in the business for good, and this one very resonates to our heart. It becomes a business for good. But I don't want to start with the agri-tech. Our work extends beyond agri-tech in a lot of other areas, and the customer experience is one of the core focus for us. An actionable item is, every now and then, do we feel our partners feel secure with us, experience the day one to till date, whatever, whenever they work with us, like they enjoy the same amount of trust and confidence, and we deliver them whether they get that information. So all those together completely makes us the actionable items.
Thank you, Kumar. That's incredible. Maruf, we just spoke about human potential, so we would like to hear more about it.
Yeah, so we always start with people as a core of our business. My mantra is people, business, and finance. If you take care of people, they'll take care of business, and finances would come. And it's about having that mindset. People first philosophy means that we value people, we empower them, we give them an environment where they feel supported, where they feel valued, and where they feel that we have their back, the environment has their back. So we want to drive innovation and success by empowering the human potential. We as human beings have incredible potential, and what we need is an environment that fosters that. So my belief is, get the best people, give them an environment where they're supported by their community, supported by everyone, and let them innovate, and the organization will be great for that.
We completely resonate about that with you. So, Sumeet, how do you think AI is a tool to unlock human potential and refreshing perspectives?
AI is definitely going to be a very powerful tool to enhance human potential. So when we talk about AI, like I read it somewhere, that the idea is not that AI enables technologies which takes care of mundane tasks. So that it ideally should be, so that it take care of mundane and repetitive tasks, so that the human potential and the human intelligence goes into achieving more creatively, more in terms of discovering new things, building on new things. If I talk specifically about the recruiting business, if I am able to take care of the repetitive tasks, that leaves the recruiting force to build deeper relationship, understand aspirations of people, and to build long-term relationships and, affect the long-term outcome of things from there on. So AI, if you look at it, is definitely going to impact the human potential in a very, very positive way. And I think in the times to come, we will truly see that the human intelligence is used in much more productive ways. And as an after effect of that, what we will end up creating, and add technology to that, add artificial intelligence, machine learning to that, the overall potential is going to be something that humankind has never seen. So it's a very interesting time, like I said earlier.
That's very true, Sumit. So, Kumar, we spoke about GCC being an innovation hub. So, how is Dexian helping in setting up new GCCs?
Take it slightly differently. If I don't have that experience, I cannot provide the same experience to others. So what experience we have is, in last 12 years, we built the GCC for Dexian, and every year we almost doubled our headcount to make it more productive, to contribute to the overall of the company. And what it was Dexian 12 years back, definitely it has globally made it 3 to 4 times bigger than, 5 times bigger than what it was. So which means 500% of growth happened because there was a GCC experience which we had in India, and we are continuing to have that thing. So taking this experience, we thought like, okay, why don't we provide the same type of experience as similar related companies which are there in globe and those whom we are servicing. US, almost I can say, Fortune 500 companies, most of the companies we are serving at this point of time. It's a very large engagement. Some of the companies we have very large engagements. Some of the companies we have even have a started certain relationship. At the end of the day, is like enough. There are companies which are already there in India, whom we are serving in US, and we are extending that services to India. So which means globally we are supporting them. There are companies which they don't have a presence in India. So when they don't have a presence in India, how do we entice them to start something in India? So that's the key marketing strategy, how to bring about values to them. Because over the period of time, like what people have used to do is the outsourcing element, where they expense the overall thing. At the end of the day, there is no return on investment which is coming out. So here we are trying to build out a GCC for them, so that way they get the return on investment also while they are engaging with us as partners. So that's the core of the GCC philosophy which we have built it out. While building that one, it's very important that locally, we always say global, right? So globally, you align with certain standards, which is important to maintain that standard and provide the experience. And locally, you have to fit into the culture, how the delivery happens. There are a lot of areas where there might be the differences which exist between the standard and the actual environment which they operate. And that's where, when you have a partner who bridges the gap for you, get the cultural alignment of the workforce along with the global mothership, then it becomes much more seamless in terms of building the GCC. That's exactly that operational excellence which we wanted to bring it out in building the overall of the GCC. And that experience, what we enjoyed, we wanted our customers also to enjoy, our other partners also to enjoy.
That's comprehensive, Kumar. Thank you. Now let's circle back to Maruf. So for cyber, what should an organization prioritize when setting up a cyber security framework?
Great question, Ramya. We live in an increasingly digital world, and to building a robust cybersecurity framework demands a comprehensive and a multi-layered approach. So first, proactive detection is key. There are many tools out there that an organization should use to proactively find the vulnerabilities and fix them. In the cybersecurity side, it is far easier if you fix problems before they become an issue, because it's a nightmare to come back from a breach. Secondarily, making cybersecurity and the why behind it known to the employees. One of the biggest vulnerabilities of cybersecurity breach comes from internal employees. It's not because they are maliciously sitting there trying to cause a breach, but they're not educated. They don't understand or are told the value of not clicking to a phishing email or clicking on a link that could be compromising the system. So continual education and learning is key. And then finally, getting a partner like Dexian, having us come in, assess the security profile, use our tools. We have a security operations center that we set up here in Bangalore and Chennai last year, actually this year. And we have incident response, we have vulnerability management capabilities. We can ensure that our customers' data infrastructure is secure. So that would be another way to ensure that there is a comprehensive multi-tiered way to manage the cybersecurity threats.
Thank you so much for that, Maruf. So, why do you think GCC are very important, and how do you think Dexian is working on that, Kumar?
So I think I addressed that one. The more the main element is like why GCC is important, because that's a market which probably everybody is looking at it right now. There are about like 1,700 GCCs in India right now, and it's poised to grow. NASSCOM recent report also says from a meager 56 billion, right, it'll grow to 100 billion. So every trend shows that gone are the days like when mere outsourcing, which was happening, is moving into a GCC environment where the company themselves want to set up and they wanted to sustain for a long time. So that's the importance of GCC right now, and we really wanted to provide the service around that one. But why Dexian is better suited? One thing which I can probably say, with 700, 800 recruiting workforce, that's what Sumeet is managing, the global centrally recruiting workforce. He trains all the recruiters horizontally and vertically, providing all the expertise which are required, part of the overall strategy. And what happens is, any GCC which they wanted to set it up in India or anywhere globally, apart from the offshore to the nearshore, there is a unit which is required to do a specialized talent hunting, because you have to somehow, the reason for a GCC setup is to get the talent, and the talent hunting has to be fast, and the talent hunting has to be capable of doing things. And Dexian has been in the business for 30 years doing that service, and that's the main bridging the gap for the employers and the potential employees, and bring that talent into make the workforce into productive workforce is what Dexian is doing. With the our talent consulting team, with our recent acquisition of Grand Circle, which is a training talent development team, and also with the culture which we built in the business for good, the human face of the organization makes it more suitable for anybody to consider Dexian as a partner for a GCC journey.
I agree with you, Kumar. So we have one final question for Sumeet. So what's your vision for Dexian India's talent strategy in the evolving landscape?
So in this evolving landscape, it is very important for us to be ready for the skill sets, the technologies that is going to be required in the future. So I will talk about the recruiting space first. If you look at the recruiting space, the skill sets that are going to be required in future related to artificial intelligence, machine learning, as cybersecurity evolves, and more and plays a very, very vital role in organizations, we will need people who are ready with those skill sets. Now, when our clients need us to find those kind of people, these are relatively newer skills in the market. We will need the ability to really identify the kind of talent that will be able to do justice to the roles that our clients have. So to that extent, we have always followed a model where we have competency-based recruiting. So today also, our recruiters are not just off-the-shelf recruiters who try to hire anybody on any given kind of roles. Specifically about artificial intelligence, we already have artificial intelligence competency-based units where these recruiters come from a computer sciences background and are trained on actual AI, not in depth into the skills, but given a thorough understanding of what would it take to do this kind of a job. So when these recruiters go out in the market and try to find talent, they are able to connect, vet the candidates properly, and present to our clients somebody who is really capable of doing this job. If you look at talent management, our existing workforce is into some or the other skills, and the skills are rapidly changing as we are advancing. So upskilling, reskilling them, giving them opportunity to learn about the latest developments and keep pace with that is also a continuing practice that happens at Dexian worldwide. As the landscape evolves further, if you look at it today, the big work in the AI space, LLMs and things like that are typically done from the Silicon Valley. I have no doubt in my mind that India will lead the way in AI, generative AI, machine learning and things like that. Maybe even get into LLMs and play with the big boys. But while all this is happening, it is important that we build a future-ready kind of a workforce. That is something that Kumar has taken very seriously, is driving down to everybody. That has pretty much become a philosophy here at Dexian. Through continuous upskilling, learning, reskilling, we will continue to have a workforce that is ready for the future and will make an impact as things evolve from here on. Thank you.
Thank you, Sumeet. Thank you, Maruf, and thank you, Kumar. So we clearly understand Dexian is not just being in the trend, but is also translating all the trends into action. So thank you so much. Let's just give a round of applause for our panelists today.
We are Dexian. In the business for good.